Have you noticed how so many young men these days are wearing beards? And they're all hipsters, aren't they? I think this is the phrase that we use. It's the kind of mot du jour. So I'm going to draw you a hipster, and you might notice that I'm not doing a pencil underneath. Why? I don't know. I'm changing things around a bit at the moment, and you might like to go and have a look at my new YouTube channel. Yeah, it's a new YouTube channel. I've got to bring this down there, and then we want another ear kind of coming in there, and we're going to want some eyebrows. Hipsters quite often have quite serious eyebrows, don't they? Have you noticed? A new website called Shoo Rayner, and it's just started. It's a whole new idea I have, and it's going to take over the world. It's certainly going to take over me, I think. I'm going to do a little kind of curly, fancy moustache like that. So go and have a look at Shoo Rayner and make sure you subscribe, because then you can say I was one of the very first. I think there's about 36 subscribers as I'm doing this now. And let me think, eyes. What am I going to do for the eyes? I'm going to go like that. And slightly hooded, I think, like that. And slightly kind of sleepy, like that. And then we have a lip there and kind of a bit of fluffiness coming there. So we want kind of sideboards turning into beard there as well, don't we? Like that. And Shoo Rayner, what's it about? It's you have to go and see, really. You're not going to really find out for a little while. Something I'm kind of revealing slowly. But it's kind of like, you know, I write children's books and everything. It's kind of like putting all my experience of children's books and YouTube and social marketing, everything, all in storytelling, all kind of. But it's not just that. It's other things like my interests as well. My interests in particle physics, philosophy, Japanese design, all sorts of things like that. I'm putting everything into it, and you need to go and subscribe so you can say you were there at the beginning, because I'm intending this to be mega, and I need you to help me make it mega. So hang on, how are we doing with this? Yes, there he is. He's going to want a jacket, isn't he? Like that. So we'll have that kind of coming around like that, kind of fancy, big, broad. They always wear I shouldn't be saying that, should I? Really, sort of hipster types. They quite often wear sort of tweedy clothes, don't they? So you might be watching this, of course, in like 2043. Because this video might still be going then. You've been wondering what on earth is he on about. So we might see a bit of a shirt there, and then probably maybe a waistcoat, do you think? Which side of the buttons go over? So that should be on this side, shouldn't it? So there'll be a button there and a button there. You'd be wondering what on earth a hipster is. Anyway, hipsters is kind of a fashion of 2014, I think we are now. And when I say it's a fashion, I think it's also a kind of lifestyle, isn't it, really? I find when I go into coffee shops these days, I get served by men who look like this. I don't know why. There's a certain kind of coffee shop, so if you're not going into Starbucks and everything where they all wear the same old t-shirts, there's a kind of an organic kind of coffee shop if you go to. You will find guys like this behind the counter. Why is that? Answers in the box below. I was going to say, when you're sure it's dry, then erase the pencil lines, but there aren't any pencil lines to erase, so I'm just going to go straight in and do a bit of watercolour here, and I'll leave a little bit of white on the tops of the cheeks there as reflection, and a little bit kind of on the nose there as well, and maybe reflection around there. And then I'm going to need a little bit of pinkiness. It's probably a bit too much coming in there, but I can kind of fade it in and around like that. So I'm doing this in a very sketchy kind of way. And I also noticed, I don't know, I shouldn't be saying this, it's that a lot of these guys have got kind of browny red hair and browny red beards. Have you noticed that? Is it just me? There. This will be coming down into the beard as well, isn't it? So I'm just going to kind of paint the whole of the beard in that kind of colour, and then I'll let it dry a bit and come back. So, what am I trying to say? Yeah. Shoo Rayner, yes, go and have a look at that channel. And I think this channel has been kind of moving in a direction for quite some time, and I've just not been quite sure what to do with it, which way to go. I've just been getting an older and older kind of demographic following it, and so I think this is going to become much more little things like this, kind of chat while I'm painting, sketchbooks, and maybe vlogging as well, vlogging about art, and kind of interviews with other artists and things like that, which I think have been quite popular just recently. And then I'm going to do Shoo Rayner, go and have a look. And then I need to do this. I'm going to put some yellow into this suit. And then my Draw Stuff Real Easy channel, then that's where I'm going to be doing drawing, how to draw things, and they'll be drawing really simple stuff like that. It's going to be aimed much more at schools and things like that. And what we're going to do with this colour, I think you can have a kind of reddish kind of waistcoat like that. And so that's kind of how it's working out really at the moment, but I'm taking my time, so just keep watching, just keep following along, it'll all kind of make sense in time. But I just find out I'm getting more and more busy with things at the moment. It's just really difficult to keep up sort of schedules on this channel, and I've been doing it for 5 years, and just coming up with new ideas all the time is quite difficult. And I'm being called to do other things, so I think the way I'll do is, I know I've kind of got an older audience, I keep saying older, more mature audience shall I say, on this channel generally, watching regularly, and I think you're kind of artists, so what I'm going to be doing on here is kind of teaching by example rather than actual kind of lessons. Does that make sense? I hope so. So how are we doing here? So we need a bit of shade underneath there. I'm going to put a little bit more into the beard now. Someone's going to be watching this and say, that looks just like my brother, or that looks just like my boyfriend. Dear, in which case I suppose I should put this up for sale, shouldn't I? I'll have a think about that. I think we could cope with a bit of green in here as well. Like that. It's a bit kind of yogurty. Who are the hipsters? I suppose they're kind of the people who, you know, in another generation would have been hippies and things like that. I don't know really. Let me know in the comments box below. Tell me, who are the hipsters? What are they about? Are you a hipster? Do you like being called a hipster, or is it a sort of a derogatory term? I don't know. I used to be called hippie for a long time when I was younger. This one person used to call me hippie. They go, hey hippie! I think they were trying to upset me and trying to make me lose my temper, but I don't think I ever did, because I used to think, oh, I don't mind being called hippie. But that's when hippies were hippies, I suppose. And I never saw it as being a term of abuse. Proud to be a hippie, man. But I don't think I was a real hippie, not a real hippie. Not a proper hippie. Oh, I'm just going to put a bit of... Oh, I muddled that up there, so I'm just going to put a bit of kind of shade around the back. Wishy, 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 wishy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, go and have a look at Shoo Rayner and find out what that is all about, or go and have a look at the mystery drawing. Either way, make sure you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner Drawing channel, and why not go and visit my website, Shoo Rayner Drawing, to see what it's all about, man. In the meantime, keep drawing. Practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.